Good morning, gamers! Welcome to the Weekly Sip. How's it going, guys? God damn it. How's everyone doing today? I've actually had kind of a rough week, not gonna lie. But it's like gross. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the sip, guys. So, no, I have not had a good week. I have to be honest. So, it is good. You know, it's good to stream. You know, I turned on the Twitch channel last night. Had around 50 people at max, but it was definitely a stream where I was talking about my problems and kind of hanging out. We were playing Octopath Traveler, and I was just basically grinding some money and getting some stuff and talking. And well, it hasn't been a fun week for me. Basically, some personal life stuff. And it's always good to like turn on a stream and hang out with whoever happens to be kicking around at that moment. Coronavirus is now in Canada, I've heard. Should you guys here, hold on. Should I do a coronavirus video, do you guys think? Because I've been like holding off on it, but maybe it's relevant enough now. No, it's possible. Thanks for the $10, that confused. Are you gonna cover the Goldman Sachs bullshit, or are you going full Plague Bearer? I'm not covering coronavirus in this stream. I think I'll do a video on it. I have some other things, but I don't even know what's going on with Goldman Sachs. When your vampire baby has been born, what name are you guys? There's no fucking baby. No, I refuse. God damn it. I refuse. No, I'm pretty sure that the coronavirus is a lot worse than everyone thinks it is. Like, for some reason, Sargon thinks it's not a big deal, and I'm like, dude, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. I could do a coronavirus dump? No, actually, because tomorrow, Scrump and I are recording a dump on a second dump on the Virginia Second Amendment situation, and we're doing that because we have a guest who can basically shed some light on it. SARS is a type of coronavirus. What's happening now is a different strain. Yeah, it seems a bit more deadly, doesn't it? Like, SARS got, 8,000 people, 10,000 people over the course of its, year or whatever it was. This one's already got 2,200, and it's only been, a week. China's fucked, dude. Goldman Sachs is banning any corporation that has all white male board members. Are you kidding me? Jesus. Okay, send me a link to that shit. Medicare stream pretty much debunks Sargon. That would be the first time he's ever done it, then. See V's video on the coronavirus. I've been following Styx's videos because Styx is actually a pretty good source of news, in my opinion. I like his takes. I'm not as libertarian as Styx is, but I respect him. You know. Yeah, dude. Okay, listen, guys. I've been to Wuhan before. All right. It was years ago, many years ago, but I've been to Wuhan before, and it's a filthy fucking city. Like, it is a filthy fucking city. No, I've been in Beijing, and in Beijing, it's like, a relatively westernized metropolitan. It's just a bit more smoggy, right? But Wuhan is like proper filthy. I bet a Corona beer that the coronavirus passes quickly. Oh, okay. I am not patient zero. I was there like 10 years ago, guys. I'm refusing, Omega. I'm refusing. I'm not fucking infected. They actually weren't doing bioweapon research when I was there, man. They just weren't. I know that, like, what was her name? The Communism Kills girl. Ashley, whatever. She said that she roomed with three girls from rural China who didn't know what plumbing was, so they would like shit in the garbage can. I'm just like, Jesus, dude. Eat the bat, you bigot. It's dormant. You think that was it? I got infected 10 years ago and I caused it all? Is that what's going on? Do a Game Boomer stream of that old online game Pandemic and call it Coronavirus. Did you guys see that, like, a bunch of games are on sale as, like, a coronavirus special? I think, like, Resident Evil 2 is on sale on the PS4, and Plague Inc. is on sale because of the coronavirus outbreak, and I'm like, are you guys fucking kidding me? Xanthonia, my roommate is banging his girl above me, all I hear is creaking. That Jesus, that sucks, dude. Oh yeah, like, okay, guys, if you're like starting a new semester in January and and your university has like a bunch of Chinese students, just drop the fuck out for a semester. Take a break. Seriously, don't get fucking sick. Let's not do that, okay? Jesus. It's for Chinese New Year, Dev. Is that what it's for, eh? It's called viral marketing. Dude. Clay Castle. Hold on, I'm writing this down. That's the title of tomorrow's video, is viral marketing. Thanks, dude. I'm taking that. I'm looking at the map now that DragonFat just posted. Holy shit. What a shit show, dude. This map hasn't been updated yet, though, because Canada has one confirmed case, and it's not on the map. So I can't wait for Madagascar to shut down everything. Shut down everything. 2 weeks incubation period, infectious before symptoms break out. Anyone infected a week into incubation can spread infection via breathing up to 40 people a day. I see. That sounds terrible. Plague Inc. reviews on Steam are priceless right now. That's pretty good. That's pretty fucking good, dude. Actual infected rate, according to Chinese nurses and doctors leaking info, is 90,000 to 120,000. Yeah. Go look at Plague Inc.'s reviews on Steam. Yeah, I'll check it out. Plague Inc. and Pandemic. Shit. God damn it. I ruined my own thing. Okay. Anyway, let's get off that topic for a minute. If I get a vampire baby, I'm just gonna kill it. All right. I did see the Sargon versus Vosh debate. It seemed stupid. Vosh never really engaged. I think Vosh got intimidated, honestly. Happens to the best of us. I think Sargon wants a redo of it. I'm drinking Coronas to build up my immunity. That's how it works, eh? I saw a 4chan post, and this is 4chan, so who knows, right? but he basically said that like it was actually a U.S. it was a CIA ploy, and they basically dropped some new bioweapon in Wuhan, and they plan to use like the Chinese lab as like a cover up for it. Why can't the Chinese just be normal for once? Who the fuck knows, dude? Imagine if it was the CIA. Like Trump's like, we'll just fuck with China, dude. Let's just drop we'll just drop like a bioweapon on Wuhan. That's how it is. Oh god, I love you guys. Like I said, it hasn't been the greatest week, so it's good to see all of your smiling faces in the chat. 4chan sucked for a while, dude. I mean, I still like the Chan culture. However, it's been kind of sanitized. A little bit less, actually. Ever since the new owner took over, it's been a little bit less sanitized. I bet Moot has turned into an SJW though, because Moot went to go work for Google after he sold 4chan. So he's probably been like like I don't know. Hold on, I want to look it up. What has Christopher Poole been doing? Christopher Poole, 2020. What's he doing? He's been at Google now for at least 5 years. He has to have been like converted or something. As of 2018, he works in the Google Maps division. I wonder if he gets shit on by his coworkers for starting the cesspool that is known as 4chan. As of January 2018, Christopher Poole is based in Tokyo and works on Google Maps. He is deeply passionate about online identity and expression and community building. Of course, he moved to fucking Japan. Goddamn weebs. Artemis Fowl, thank you for the $20, man. Damn. Thanks. Wuhan's Biomedical Institute has the same logo as the Umbrella Corporation. Yeah, I saw that. It's kind of funny. Thank you, though. $10 from Confused. Shit, dude, thanks. This just means that the CIA needs to be dissolved faster than an Ebola-infected patient if they attack China. You think so? Today's coffee, by the way, is it's a hazelnut brew. It's not bad. Moot went insane. Yeah, maybe. Issue Zoku reviewers. I don't even know who that is. I have not watched them. Sorry. Artemis for 10. Thanks, dude. On an unrelated note, I'm still waiting for that massive earthquake that causes California to break off into the ocean. Japan, you will be sorely missed after the tsunami hits. What's going to happen first? Google buying Disney or Disney buying Google? Oh god, I don't know. Like who would be worse, because Google is like ideologically radical left evil while Disney is just like generic corporate evil. I don't know what would be worse. You can't just mention 4chan without playing the exploding van clip. I might as well talk about what's happened at this point, because I've like hemmed and hawed with it. I've talked to my mods about it, talked to some friends, talked to a few other content creators in DMs about things, and I've pretty much come to a conclusion on what I think I want to do. Basically, I cut Dave loose from the channel. I did it maybe a week and change ago. And the reason I did it is because he vanished from the channel for a month. He was supposed to be like doing streams and stuff with me. And he always talked a big game about wanting to be more involved in the channel now that the channel actually has money in it. But he never did, you know. My community donated a computer to the channel when we had computer troubles. And I was able to buy myself a new computer. So we didn't actually need it, but I was like, thanks guys, like I really appreciate this. Like this is pretty amazing. So the idea was that like Dave's computer was dying. So I didn't give it to him. I let him use the computer that the channel donated on with the caveat that he had to edit videos. He had to edit videos for the channel. And he never did. He had the computer for like 7 months. He kept talking like he was going to. And I was willing to pay him, but he never did. He would do streams with me on Game Boomers, but his attitude was getting worse over the course of it. You know, like he wasn't enjoying himself the way he used to. He wasn't being funny anymore. He was bitter at himself. He was bitter basically, and he was being rude to me, rude to himself, rude to the game, rude to the chat room. Basically ruining streams to the point that like, you know, whenever it's me and Naomi, we can hold like 50, 60 viewers on Twitch consistently throughout the whole night. Whenever it was Dave, it would drop over the course of the show to about 30. And after Dave was gone, thanks for the $2, Chris Nemo, I appreciate it. After we gave Dave the boot, basically, a bunch of people in my Discord said, "Listen, I like your content. I like your content. I like who you are. We like your show, but Dave's attitude and his mood ruins everything that he touches now." It's not so much that, Kaiserl. It's more that he hates his life. Unfortunately, it's been like a series of bad choices on his part, you know. And I don't want to get into his personal stuff. That's his business. It's unrelated to me, and I won't reveal his personal details. As far as I'm concerned, basically though, like December was like a month of tanked shows. Basically. And I was like, listen, even though something would be seriously lost if you left the show, or did the chat die or something? Or did the stream die? No, I'm still going. If something, even though like something would be seriously lost if you left the channel, because he was the original face of it 10 years ago, we can't keep going like this. We just can't. It's destroying. Like, my Twitch channel is actually on the cusp of being sustainable. Like, it brings in money now outside of SFO, and like every time he shows up, that's like another viewer who doesn't want to tune back in. I just fucking had to do it. I don't feel good about it. He's my best friend from when I was 4 years old. And I basically said, listen, regardless of our friendship, the person you have become as an adult is incompatible with this business as you currently are. And it was probably one of the hardest things I had to do. And I don't feel good about it. But I feel like my choice is either doing this and feeling awful about it and moving forward, or basically being stuck in the land of mediocrity with him. Simple as that. Thanks for the 5, Apollo. I appreciate it. I'll check out the super chat. Sorry, I missed a few. Artemis. Thanks for another 20, man. Damn. Thank you very much. You have to return your CPU. I can't use the 24 core Threadripper, so I'm getting the 2K32 core Threadripper instead. The PC bill would have to be 7,000. Why the fuck are you spending that much money? Jesus, dude. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate everything. And like, I even like am willing to have him back on in the future if he's shaped up. Because if you go back and you watch those really old Game Boomers videos from like 7 years ago that no one was fucking watching, he's hilarious. He is far better. He's far better than me. He's more charismatic. He's funnier. He was the gem of the channel. I wasn't. And I think we always like held on because he was that guy. He was that good, but he hasn't been that guy in years, you know? And there's personal reasons as to why that's the case that I'm not going to share with you because it's not your business. No offense. But like things in his personal life have happened outside of the show, and I'm not going to bring those up. But basically I basically had to let him go. If he shapes up, if he manages to solve his own problems, and if the money's there, I will pay him and he can come back. The door will always be open, but I just don't think it's going to happen. The gem turned into a turd. Yeah, kinda. God damn it. Yeah, V started streaming. Hold on. V. Stop streaming when I do. God damn it. Who's Dave again? Guy that started the channel back in the day. He was a big deal, a big part of the channel for a long time. He kind of phased himself out with his own attitude. I offered him an editing spot. He didn't take it. He didn't do the work for it. And I was paying him for streams that he was like intentionally tanking with his bad mood. So him and Dom are fine. You didn't cuckold him, did you? No, Kreddle, but thanks for the 5. Oh, it's a premiere. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about that anymore. This is less about me being like, hey, guess what? I'm going to tell you stuff about Dave. No. It's more like this is my current emotional state, which is not good, I have to admit. I feel bad about it. But Naomi will keep continuing with me on the channel. And I have a few other friends who want to come on in place of him. And you know what? They're actually reliable enough that I can pay them and they will actually do the job. So as long as the money keeps coming in, as long as you guys keep watching, we'll be able to do it. So anyway, sorry for getting all feels with you guys. I'm sure you weren't here to get feeled on. But it's been a rough week for me. Yeah, but Adam, he's not actually moving on to anything. He's like he's moving on to like work part-time and hang out. Like there's no like other opportunity here. He's just like, I just want to chill and like kind of live for the weekend. And it's like, well, I can't do that. I just can't, you know? That's not who I am. Due to there being other Artemises in the chat, I think it would be great to give me mod powers to sing my shout from the chat. Yeah, Artemis pal. Thanks for the 5, man. I appreciate it. Fuzzy Creature, $5. Thank you. Hey, Diva, just got a GoPro. What's good video editing software? Free? Unfree? Thoughts? Pirate it. Because honestly, Adobe is a shit company and you don't want to support them. But they have good software, so pirate it. Anyway, yes. Anyway, The sip man cometh. It could be. I could call it that actually. So yeah, we're gonna move past that topic now. I don't want to be sad anymore. I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me being sad anymore. Let's talk about the Minecraft server progress, as someone's been saying. We could in fact take a look. Okay, check it out. I'll log in and show it to you. All right. Hopefully my computer doesn't crash, because it likes to sometimes, which will probably like destroy the stream. That's what happened for last week's SIP, by the way. The computer crashed. Listen, I don't want any Dave hate in the chat. You know, some people just end up working an entry-level job and they don't do anything past that. And, you know, if it's good enough to live, whose business is it, right? They can pay their bills and get on with life and at least have like a weekend to themselves. Who can really complain about that? You know, good for him. At least he's independent, but that's not my life. What equipment do you recommend to post videos? You mean just uploading them to YouTube? I guess the internet. Okay, I'm logging into the Minecraft server now. Let me show you. Come on. Is this the button? This is the button. Okay. So, this is the server. Shut up, ethics operator. This is the server, okay? And this is the server that you'll be able to join if you pay $5 a month or $100 up front. And here's how it works, okay? You will spawn here, and you will not be able to die, and you will not be able to teleport or build or destroy blocks. You can't do anything. You'll be here, and you will have to run this maze of bookshelves to come down here, run a maze inside of this mansion, which is not yet fully built. So don't worry. This will all be different. You exit out the back of the mansion, and then you have to run this hedge maze. This massive hedge maze. And then, once you finish the massive hedge maze, let's see if I can get that. Maybe I'll... As soon as you finish the massive hedge maze, you will come out into the town. And then when you come out into the town, basically what happens is the game will auto rank you up and you will be able to build. You'll be able to actually build things. So that's how you join. That's how you do our SFO Minecraft server, guys. I gave away the basic route, but you can't really see where to go because see those? There's underground tunnels that lead to parts of the maze that you can't see. So like this is not going to be an easy maze. It's not full, like, as you can tell, it's not fully complete yet. We're still working on it. What was that flag? What do you mean? What flag are you talking about? Here's the thing: you won't be able to starve until like your hunger meter will be turned off until you exit the maze. Yes. What flag? You mean that flag? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what you mean. There is anti-grief prevention. Yes. I'm gonna record this stream. Thanks for leaking the solution to the maze. So yeah, how it works is. Here, hold on. We will slip out of here. What's going on is for $5 a month through Patreon Subscribestar or the Twitch TV Game Boomers sub button, you can get into the server as well as any other server that we happen to open over the course of time, and you join the $5 club in our Discord. $100 a month. Sorry, $100 gets you into the $5 club for life. So that's the situation, guys. We actually have the Minecraft server up and running. It will be up soon. So, yeah, it's a Buddhist temple sign. Don't worry. So if you want to join, that's how you join. And of course, to prevent griefers, you have to run the maze before you can build anything. You know, it's like a multi-hour. It's gonna be a several-hour thing running that maze. So, what if you get out and then try to destroy the maze? Okay, well here I'll log back. Maybe I'll need to log back in. It's 5 American. Sorry. The maze itself will be untouchable. As soon as you walk through the threshold of the exit of the maze, the game will rank you up. It'll turn on your hunger meter, and it will allow you to set a spawn point. Yes, Inferior. Twitch Prime users get access to the Minecraft server. Yes. It'll allow you to basically build on the server, but the maze will still not be able to be built on by anybody except for mods. Then how the server is structured is that there is a 1,000 kronar. Thank you very much, Sojalink. Minecraft. How much is that? I don't know kronors. SEK $2. Mr. Dev, tear down that maze. Holy shit, dude, that's a lot of money. Thank you, Sojalink. That's crazy. Man. Thank you very much. I give you the $100 roll, but I think you already have it, dude. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Holy shit. Oh, you have a Hat in Time head in your Discord. Okay, so here's the scoop, all right? $5 a month gets you in to the $5 club. That gets you into our private part of Discord. I'll bring you on stream sometimes to have like chats. I do that about once a month. I generally am active in that part of the Discord a lot more than the rest. And you get access to any game servers that we have running. So, for example, we have this running. We're probably going to be starting a Borderlands 2 Friday night game. And the idea is that we're going to use like a mod that allows you to have infinite people in the game. So that's what we're going to do. Is basically whoever wants to play Borderlands 2 with us can come play. That'll be the situation. $100 gets you into the $5 club for life. So if you plan to be sticking around my community for more than like 2 years, $100 up front is probably a better value for you. Additionally, every $100, you can pop on a video with me or pop on a stream with me. Like, for example, I think Sojalink, you said that you wanted to do a stream on Game Boomers where we play Hat in Time together. So we'll probably have to fight. Like, it's probably going to happen like next month or something, but we'll figure out when, because I'm going through all the donations and figuring out who's going to do what at what time. So basically, if you want to like be a part of things, you can toss a coin to your Devo, I guess. That's how donations work for this channel. And thank you very much, everyone who's supporting me. I really appreciate it, guys. Gearbox sucks, but Borderlands 2 is at least kind of fun. Should we get to the news? It took me 34 minutes to get to the news because of my fucking crying earlier. I'm sorry, guys. There's always somebody who like timestamps the skipping of the pre-show. I want you to put the timestamp right here just so I can personally apologize. I'm sorry it took this long, okay? Let's get to the news. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm sorry that like I'm kind of feeling down today. But hey, we're all going to be okay. We're all going to make it, guys. Yes, that is on Patreon, Subscribestar, Twitch Prime, whatever source you use. It should be. It also is it's also usable through the YouTube memberships button. $5 through that'll do it too. On with the news. Let's go. Adult cream pie coming to McDonald's Japan. Thanks very much, Sojalink, for the 50. You don't want to play together. I'm just feeding my simps. Am I a simp? God damn it. But anyway, Adult cream pie coming to Japan. Yeah, eh? People are wondering if any English speakers were consulted before they chose the name for the salacious new dessert. Japan always seems to do shit like this, and I do in fact like them for it. Let's see. With so many local and international fast food chains in the country, McDonald's Japan has a lot of competition to contend with, especially after numerous scandals in the first half of the last decade leading to unprecedented deficits. In order to increase their popularity with fast food lovers around the nation, McDonald's Japan has been working hard over the last 5 years, bringing out a slew of new burgers, collaborating with local brands and companies, and even opening a fancy pop-up restaurant with silverware, tablecloths, and wine glasses filled with iced tea. Now they have the Otona no Cream Pie, which translates to the adult cream pie. Is it really just like cream with batter and like deep fried? Otona is a word used in the Japanese sweets industry to describe confectionery that has less sweetness than regular brands, invoking a sense of high-quality, refined flavor. However, the combination of the words adult and cream pie brings up a whole other imagery entirely for English speakers. The chocolate one looks good, though, doesn't it? Damn. There's like a sushi place that I've gone to that actually serves deep-fried chocolate. What they do is they take like chocolate squares, they put them in tempura and deep fry them, and it tastes pretty good, but not like good enough that I go running screaming for it. You know, it's jizz. Is that what it is? It's jizz. There's an ad. Hold on a minute. Let's see if I can. Give me a second here. Just wait. Got my new headphones here. Okay.
そのクリームパイそんな美味しいんすかすいません一度食べれば満たされるおい先輩最寄りのマックまで
Yeah? Damn, dude. So I guess they just have like cream filling things. They just call them cream pies. The younger woman, who can be seen asking her sensei, "That cream pie, is it really that delicious?" Which prompts the sensei to turn around and hold the younger woman's face in both hands, saying earnestly, "If you eat it once, you'll be filled." So yeah. While the word Otona literally translates to adult in English, it should be noted that the adult entertainment industry and its related goods and products in Japan use the word adarturo, a corrupted form of the English word adult. Therefore, the name of the dessert won't necessarily raise eyebrows amongst the majority of McDonald's diners here in Japan. So, yeah, I guess they just didn't. Oh God, I love Japan. Oh, do you guys know tomato? The Japanese translator tomato. Let me see if I can find it. See if I can find a site. I have a few of his books. He translated Mother 3, I think. Yeah, here's his website. Okay. Here. His website is called Legends of Localization, and I have his Legend of Zelda book and his Earthbound book. All right? And basically what this guy does is he retranslates games, and he talks about like the crazy stupid shit that Japan sometimes does that's lost in translation. And honestly, like I have both of these books. They're great books. And like his stuff is hilarious. All right, like let's see. Where's his yeah, like for example, if you see, like he just does articles on how things are translated and differences in games, and it's really interesting. And see, it's like here's the difference between this scene and this scene, and here's why it's kind of funny, you know, and here's why they changed it, and it's just like it's a really cool website. And his books are honestly basically just these in book form. So for example, instead of buying the Legend of Zelda book or the Earthbound book, you can just go to like Earthbound or Legend of Zelda. It's the same content, just in a book. But I like his content, so I bought his books. But yeah, man, it's just like this kind of thing always like interests me, you know? This kind of thing, and also if you guys have ever gone to the cutting room floor. The Cutting Room Floor is a website where basically they just show off stuff that's unused in games. It's just like left in the files. That's a really interesting website too. These are just my personal opinions. I like seeing this kind of stuff. Maybe just because I'm like the link. Oh here I'll put it here. Huh. There it is. Legendsoflocalization.com. $5 from Matt Horkin. Please spec into some strength and buy an anti-tank rifle to make your vampire loli Ceres Victoria. Okay. Speaking of the vampire campaign on Archer's channel, I think the plan, because my character is quite flimsy and she keeps like almost dying. If my character ever actually dies, what I'm gonna do is, rather than roll Tanya the Nazi, I'm going to instead roll Schrodinger the Nazi from Hellsing. If you guys remember, Schrodinger was a cat boy. He was a trap. So I'm just gonna be a Samiz, which is like the flesh shaper vampires. They can like change people's bodies into different shapes, and he turned himself into a cat boy. He used flesh shaping to just like be a fucking trap, and that's gonna be my character. Sponsored by World of Darkness. Like, Samiz always make themselves like these reptiles or like otherworldly creatures or some bullshit. But I'm like, why wouldn't you make yourself look like amazing? Like, my initial... I didn't do this because V played a similar character, but V was a Malkavian. But my initial plan was to be a Samiz and basically flesh shape myself into the perfect Aryan specimen. Like, just blue eyes, blonde hair. There's like the image of Hitlerian perfection. Thanks for the 149 Win Cross for that hot dog. Thank you very much. I won't die on purpose. No, I'm not the kind of guy who just tanks a character so I can re-roll. That's not me. But if I do die, that's what I'm going to do. If I do die, that is what I'm going to do. $2 from Matt Horkan. Don't die on purpose like the Tanya Lolly. Don't worry, man. I will not. Thank you very much. I will keep her around as long as possible. Why not be Astolfo? Because Astolfo wasn't a Nazi. Dev, the reason they turned monstrous is because vampires are monstrous inside as well. Yeah, I understand that, Ghost, but we're having fun here, man. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna make a Catboy character, and his name's just gonna be Nick Fuentes. Yeah, the Samiz aren't in the system that we're using. Well, they are in it as like as enemies, but not as player characters, right, Kazeril? But the thing is, if you like, they left out half the clans. They left out like half of the clans in version 5 because they're like the evil clans, and they don't want you playing that because I guess they're just all social justice losers now. Like, I don't think you can play as Giovanni either. Like, let me look it up. Hold on. Here, there's 13 primary clans in the Vampire Masquerade lore. Let me just pull this up here. There's 13 primary clans in the Vampire the Masquerade lore, plus several very prominent like sub-clans. And let's see, like, what do they have here for clans? Bruja, Gangrel, Malkavians, Nosferatu, Toreador, Tremere, Ventrue. They have 7 of the 13. And then the Caitiff and the Thin-Blooded are like people who are outside clans. So but you can play as them, but they're not part of like the clan system. So these are the 7 clans you can play as. Like what is it? Like, there's no Ravnos. There's no followers of Set. There's no Samiz. Like, what the hell, guys? There's no Giovanni. You are not allowed to use Dark-type Pokemon. There's a new book coming out with the Giovanni and the Ravnos in them. Okay. Is that how they're doing it? They're making you buy them later? Yeah, because like the Giovanni, they use necromantic magic, and the Ravnos, don't they use shadow magic? And then you have the Simis, which are like just Eastern European aristocracy, like pure evil, Vlad the Impaler style shit. Will the end of your Catboy character have him be absorbed by a more dominant vampire like the end of Hellsing? Maybe. Answer my super chat. Did I miss some? Shit. I just noticed I didn't even answer Soja Link's fucking question of Minecraft when. Okay, when the maze is done and the plugins are set, the Minecraft server opens. So it'll be soon TM. $2. $2 from Dracus Luthos. Can't connect to Discord after the £5 pledge. Tag 9115. I don't understand what that means. But the Discord link should be available publicly if you can't, like, I don't know what you mean by you can't connect. I'm sorry though. And $5 from Namuzed. Thank you. This stuff makes me worried Bloodlines 2 will be full of SJW cringe. You know what? I've already learned that they're not continuing the Bloodline story. Like, you're not gonna like see a continuation of, you know, Prince LaCroix or whoever else, like Officer Chunk, the crazy Malkavian girl on the cover. Like, they're not continuing. They're just using the name. It's not. It's going to be a completely different story with none of the same characters. There are no orcs and vampires, unfortunately. Okay. Let's get back to it, eh? Let's get back to it. Young liberal at the center of Drag Queens Are Not for Kids viral video is found dead in suspected suicide as the library performer sends a heartfelt message to his family. So yeah, I didn't see this video, but I heard about it. Basically, you had like a drag queen performing for kids, and the guy came in and was like, no, this is BS. And now he's killed himself. I wonder if it's like a Hillary Clinton style suicide or something, you know? A young conservative student who led the controversial Drag Queens Are Not for Kids protest has died in a suspected suicide. Wilson Gavin, the president of the University of Queensland's Liberal National Club, was found dead in Brisbane's south on Monday. Queensland police and ambulance services were called to an incident. Found with critical injuries. Mr. Gavin was one of the 15 to 20 students who protested at the drag storytime event held at Brisbane Square Library on Sunday afternoon. Mobile phone footage of the protest shows demonstrators chanting loudly while one of two drag queens involved in the performance, Diamond Goodrim, tries to get them to stop. All right. The video went viral, was slammed. The protest was a tone-deaf protest and fueled by bigotry. No, you know, I think you should just leave kids out of the sexualization part of it. Like, maybe when they're like teenagers, let them figure out their own sexuality. Don't inculcate them into this shit. Like, I'm not even against the idea of drag queens existing or even existing in the public square, just not in kids' spaces, you fucks. In any case, one of the drag queens actually said, if the families are reading this, please know that I support you. I'm here to gather support, and I know you are good people. But I wonder why he did it, though. He did. Yeah. Deeply saddened. Of course. Wait, hold on. Mr. Gavin, a gay man, was previously made in the news in 2017 for opposing same-sex marriage. Oh. Why? I support what marriage really is, and I'm gay. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I wonder why he did it, though. Maybe it's because, like here's the thing. It could have been the case that he just got dragged on the internet too much, and he got, like, fucked, and he just killed himself. Because some people do that, you know? You know, if the mob comes after them hard enough, they end up killing themselves. Like, wasn't there like a porn star who did that? Like a couple years ago? When cancel culture comes for you, it's pretty bad sometimes. But maybe it's also maybe like, and this is going to be like the more lefty position that I'm sure most of you won't agree with, but I think it's a possibility. Maybe what happened was he didn't really come to terms with his own identity, right? Like if he's gay but his politics are anti-gay, that can cause a dissonance, and maybe it just didn't work out for him. You know, it does happen, believe it or not. There are definitely people who like have a lot of intense irrational self-hatred because they believe being gay is wrong, but they know that they're gay themselves. You know, August Ames, that was her name. Yes, Jesus. Suicide happens when Twitter keyboard warriors pile on an individual for political protest. Yeah. Twitter is broken. It's for ad hominem attacks and pylons, not real discourse, and it's aided and abetted by the media. I can't delete the media, but I am deleting my Twitter account. Bye. Twitter is a fucking hole at this point, isn't it? Like, whenever you see, what's his name? It's not Jack Conte. That's the guy that runs Patreon. Jack, what's his name? The guy that runs Twitter. His name is Jack, anyway. Whenever you see Jack, he's like, he looks like he's a fucking like repentant monk. You know, he has like a giant beard, and he's fucking off to Africa constantly to find himself because I think he knows he's destroyed everything. Like Twitter has destroyed journalism. All right. Twitter has ruined journalism. It's ruined political discourse. It's ruined people's ability to have like a fucking attention span. And like he did this to the entire world. And he's like, oh my God, what have I done? So he's like constantly going on these retreats just to like center his soul because he probably feels like immense guilt about he you know what? He probably feels like Oppenheimer. I'd say Jack Dorsey, that's his name. Jack Dorsey probably feels like Oppenheimer, I think. Anyway, let's continue. I fucking forgot that picture was there, and it startled me a little bit. Jesus. Okay. These drag queens with Down syndrome slay audiences and destroy barriers. $2, Brick Muppet. You can't get a job and that drives you to suicide. Yeah, that too. That's definitely part of it. You don't see them as only people with Down syndrome. You see them as performers. Okay. Otto Baxter. Holy, I knew that people are gonna like react to that pop up when I put it in, and I forgot that I had it. Otto Baxter. There's the chat. Otto Baxter is no newcomer to performing. The 31-year-old has starred in BBC documentaries, acted in a BAFTA-nominated short film, and appeared in Shakespeare theatre productions. His latest endeavour is touring the United Kingdom as a drag queen, Aurora Shebang. Aurora Shebang, part of an all-Down syndrome drag troupe called Drag Syndrome. This distinctive group is giving cast members the opportunity to perform avant-garde drag acts and challenge the public's perception of people with Down syndrome. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. They break barriers with retard strength. Holy, it's Wendy. Dude, it's literally Oozloo's character, Wendy. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, Ghost. I even said it in my video about blackface that people doing drag is sometimes definitely blackface for women. It's like women face, you know? Why do we have to see this? I am eating lunch. Sorry, Savra. Sorry. Okay, let's keep fucking going. Audiences think the queens are great performers first and foremost, with an interesting way of playing with gender, identity, and sexuality. For the audience to see a performer playing with gender, some people can feel uncomfortable because they don't see people with Down syndrome as sexual beings, or someone who is connected to gender or sexual desire. Should I play this? There's a video. Let me get my video. Let me get my headphones on. Come on, turn on. Okay, we're gonna listen in. Okay. You guys know what time it is, don't you? Welcome to Clown World. Oh, God. Fuck the Downy bigot. Yeah, Dragon Fat. Hey, this isn't ContraPoints. You know what? ContraPoints is actually like somewhat attractive. Especially in comparison to this. Down syndrome is a genetic disorder that is associated with intellectual disabilities and delays in physical growth, but the severity of the condition varies wildly. Okay, fair enough. You know, I've actually met some Down syndrome people who, like, they're quite functional, you know? So, Jesus, dude, fuck me. Chris Nemo, $2. We live in a society. Oh, God. Oh, my God. The representation of drag queens in mainstream culture has grown massively over the past decade, due in no small part to the success of RuPaul's Drag Race, which Naomi religiously watches, seriously. But the accusations of transphobia leveled against RuPaul to queens of color receiving racist abuse from fans of the show, it's clear there's still room to grow in terms of inclusivity. No, you know what it is? It's the fact that intersectional identities always like splinter and fragment, and then fight each other, you know? Drag queens and trans activists will always be fighting because they believe that the other is like a mockery of them. $2 from Chris Nemo. The clown horn set off my dog and he won't stop. Hey, doggy. I think I'm done with this. This is... Oh, God. Okay. There's another video. Okay. All right. All right.
Hello there. I love your hair. It's so beautiful. Hello there. I love the piercing. I just want to curl up in it.
What's going on? Nope. We're just moving on. We're just moving on. None of this is worth it. Okay. Here's something that I actually care about. $5 all bubblegum. Thank you very much. It's stuff like this that makes us wish for the S-Mod to take us all. Maybe coronavirus will do it. Okay. All of our games will play up and down that family of devices. Xbox Matt Booty. Matt Booty. Ends the next-gen exclusive as we know it. So, the Xbox Series X. Sorry, Adam Lakeman. Okay. The Xbox Series X apparently will play all Xbox games. Xbox One, Xbox 360, and Xbox, the original Xbox. Okay? Okay, fair enough. Apparently the PS5 will actually play all PS4, PS3, PS2, and PS1 games as well. Like, backwards compatibility is just... It's just back. Fuck off, Butters. I wasn't even crying, you cuck. Just complaining about the situation. But anyway, apparently, backwards compatibility is now the new thing, and it's the old new thing. And it's like, thank you. It sucked that like a lot of the newer consoles weren't backwards compatible anymore. It's like, what the fuck, guys? But anyway, apparently regarding, I think it's in the article here, but I can just tell you about it because I know the story inside and out. But like regarding the Xbox Series X, it has no exclusives for like the first 2 years of its life. There will be no exclusives at all. All of its games will be shared with the PS4 or PS5, I guess, and I guess the Switch if they come out on the Switch. But you know what I mean, though, right? Like, I don't know. Yeah, Dragon Fat. I played Abzu on Game Boomers and I cried during it. Yes. Okay. Moving on. I don't know if this is actually a good business strategy for Microsoft. Like, I get it. People hate exclusives, but like if the PS5 has exclusives and it also has every single game that the Xbox Series X has, why would you ever buy an Xbox Series X? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude. Why would you? Can you even think of an idea or a reason why? I can't. PC gamers win? Yeah, pretty much. $10 from That Confused. Thank you. City of Wichita has recently had this. My home city is screwed. I'll have to look at that in a bit. But yeah, like, what is the point of buying the Series X if it has no exclusive games? You know what I mean? Oh, all games will be shared with PC, not PlayStation. Yeah, then why don't you just play it on your PC? Like, I have a great PC, man. I have a pretty strong gaming rig. Why would I buy a Series X? I don't know. Because your one is dying? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. See, I'm gonna pick up either a Series X or a PS5 when they come out at the end of the year, and I'll probably stream like an unboxing in case you guys want to see it. I don't know which one I'm going to get, though. Probably the PS5, because the Series X just doesn't seem like it's interesting, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm going to go to the washroom, take a short break. BRB. I'm back, guys. I did it as quick as I fucking could. Pooping at the speed of pee. I didn't poop. No poops here. Here, I'll bring us back in. This is the article that Confused just tossed $10 in for. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate it. Drag queens draw standing room crowd at Wichita Library. Why am I looking at this? Dressed in a red velvet gown, sparkly jewelry, and white painted fingernails, Divinity Master said she decided to read Red, a crayon story, at the Wichita Public Library because of its message. All right. God damn it. See, the thing is, guys, I get why you want me to read these articles. I understand. I washed my hands. I just did it really quickly. I understand. But, like, they're all the same, aren't they? It's like drag queens show up and, like, they show up at a library and then children get fucking inculcated, and then that's it. That's the whole art. That's the whole story. And it's just like, well, you can only read so many of those before you just like it's the same reaction every time. I know you pooped. I was watching. Yeah. I don't know. I appreciate you tossing it at me, but it's literally just like Clown World, Clown Decade. Is Starla a boy or a girl? 5-year-old Dmitri asked his mother. He's a boy who likes to dress as a girl, his mother answered with a smile. She felt a feeling of being part of something important at the library. Yeah. What, just like ruining children's lives? Jesus. Last year, the city was debating about if the drag queens needed to go through a sex offender background check. Honestly, if you're dealing with children, you probably should have to in any way. Like, just regardless of being dressing in drag or not. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. God damn it. Anyway, in Brazil, Netflix was told to remove a film depicting Jesus as gay. In the film, Jesus brings home a presumed boyfriend to meet his family. Now, in general, you have to object to this if you're a free speech advocate. You know, if we can say the edgiest shit about everyone else, surely Jesus is not off the table. Surely he can also be mocked. Surely you can make a movie where Jesus is gay, and that falls under free speech. So I saw like a bunch of like conservatards and lulbertarians who are like, this is obviously offensive, and it's like, shut up! All of you just close your fucking mouths. Nathan Brake, $2. Hey Dev, is that from Wichita, Kansas? Yes, it is. It is, dude, it is. Sex offender registries are bigoted. LGBTQP plus community. Jesus. Okay, let's read this. A judge in Brazil has ruled that a film depicting Jesus as gay must be removed from the TV streaming service Netflix. The film, The First Temptation of Christ, infuriated Christians. Well, fuck you, be infuriated. 2 million people signed a petition calling it for it to be axed, and the production company was attacked with Molotov cocktails. In the ruling against Netflix, the judge said, the right to freedom of expression is not absolute. Yes, it is. You fucks. The parody film, which was run as a Christmas special, was created by a Brazilian YouTube comedy group. They're YouTubers, okay. Many of the country's conservative Christians were angered by the portrayal of Jesus bringing home a presumed boyfriend. On Christmas Eve, a group attacked Porta dos Fundos' office in Rio with fire bombs. Okay, so if you ever have to, like, you know, tell somebody that Christian terrorism doesn't exist, it obviously does. Like, there it is. It's right there, dude. Same thing as Muslims attacking the French cartoonist who drew Muhammad. You know? One man suspected of having been part of the attack has fled to Russia. Yeah, okay. A judge in Rio ordered Netflix to take the film down. The judge said his temporary decision would appease furious Christians until a final decision is made by a higher court. Exhibiting the artistic production may cause graver and more irreparable damage than its suspension. No, you're just a cuck. You have no fucking spine. Brazil's far-right president, Bolsonaro, once said he would rather have a dead son than a gay son. Yeah, okay. You know, people are generally right about Bolsonaro being a bit too much. I would have to say. All speech is free speech. Exactly. Period. Woman who posed as a boy to sexually assault up to 50 girls is jailed. So it turns out everyone can be a degenerate. Actually, this could literally be Dragon Fat, frankly. Just based on the behavior alone. A woman who posed as a teenage boy to groom girls as young as 13 traveled around the country to sexually abuse them. I laughed because I realized I was calling Dragon Fat a pedophile, and I didn't mean that. I just meant that I could see her doing this to, like, of-age women. Anyway. A woman who posed as a teenage boy to groom girls as young as 13 online and traveled around the country to sexually abuse them has been jailed for 8 years. Some of the vulnerable they mean rape. Absolutely. Some of the vulnerable girls targeted by Gemma Watts, 20, were so traumatized by their ordeals and a sense of betrayal that they have self-harmed to try to kill themselves. Jesus. Watts, who used the alias Jake Watton, was jailed for 7 offenses involving 4 girls, but detectives believe she may have groomed as many as 50 teenagers. And I know, Dragonfat, I'm joking. And are appealing for other victims to come forward. Officers said many victims would only realize they had been tricked by Watts now that she has been jailed and her case was widely publicized. Watts, who lived at home with her mother in North London, shared skateboarding videos and flattered victims with complimentary messages, calling them babe or other pet names. When she met victims in person, she tied her long hair into a bun and wore a baseball cap, baggy jogging bottoms, and a hoodie to convince the girls she was Jake. Watts was so convincing that she even spent lengthy spells as Jake with some of the girls' parents. After she was arrested, Watts told police she saw it as a game and claimed I was only trying to cheer them up. Yeah? Here's what's interesting, though. They went after her, and they caught her. All right? And she had to be caught, because this is obviously a sexual predator. How long did it take them to get, like, the Muslim grooming gangs under control? They don't even have them under control yet. They're too afraid to do it. It seems as if the identity of Muslim needs to be more protected than the identity of woman in the UK. You know? And here's the next one. Reynard Sinaga, the UK's worst serial rapist, has been handled multiple life sentences for campaign against men. This is the other side of the coin. This is a man who rapes men rather than a woman who rapes women. He carried out his attacks in his flat, located in an area busy with pubs and clubs frequented by students. The most prolific rapist in British history has been given multiple life sentences after a 10-year campaign involving 190 victims. Hey, Sargon, they haven't. 1,900 a year, 19,000 a year. Yeah, exactly. Right? So they'll go after these people when religion isn't a problem. But when it comes to Muslims, oh, you got to not stoke that racial tension or whatever the fuck they call it. But Dev, that's racist. Yeah. You know, it's better to be racist and correct. If you had to choose between like being not racist and telling the truth, tell the truth. Renard Singana, I can't pronounce his name. Renhard Sinaga, 36, has been found guilty of rape and sexual assaults against 48 men. But police believe, or he was originally from Indonesia, may have assaulted many more, potentially upwards of 190, of whom they have not yet been able to identify. Jesus. Dev, there's an account on Twitter from Thailand whose owner posts videos of him fucking drunk or drugged many pickups at a bar. That's pretty disgusting. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they'll say rape in this article, but in the previous article with the woman who was raping people, they call it like sexual abuse. Okay, fair enough. And then when they talk about the Muslim grooming gangs, they call them like sex gangs or grooming gangs, or they don't say rape gangs, which is what they are, or forced prostitution gangs, which is what they are. It's kind of disgusting. You know what? Here, hold on. Let me just take this away for a second. I'm going to show you guys something, okay? Because this will be a video one day. And maybe one day soon, because things are heating up. I have a file. Here, I'll bring it in. All right? In my organization of research. Okay? Here it is. This file is titled UK Islam. These are all the sources I have that I've been building up over like the past year and a half of basically stuff happening in the UK regarding radical Islamism. This will become a video one day, and it will be a fucking massive video. All right? One day. Let's see what else we got here. Let's head back. This guy is literally just somebody who there's not much to it. He just raped a bunch of people, and now he's going to jail for basically what he deserves. So good on him. Check this out. Yang 2020, the path to the presidency. Andrew Yang is unstoppable on his path to the presidency. Play through all of the ups and downs of his campaign journey as you battle the other candidates, the naysayers, and of course, President Trump. This will be $8 to basically play a reskin of like a Dragon Ball fighting game starring Andrew Yang. I wonder if this is worth $8. Like maybe. It looks kind of fucking hilarious. Were you looking at all my other titles, Dragon Fat, in the list there? This looks cool. Is this worth $8, you think? Maybe I'll play it at some point. Tim Pool covered it, did he? I didn't. I don't watch too much Tim Pool. He's a nice guy. I do watch his stuff sometimes, but like I watch Sargon pretty religiously. I watch V. I watch Styx, and that's pretty much it right now. Oh yeah, speaking of Andrew Yang, this is from Lilith. CNBC probably thinks Asians all look the same. That is most definitely not Andrew Yang. Look at that, dude. That's how do you fuck up this badly on goddamn national TV? This is here. Can I like get closer? Yeah. That's not Andrew Yang, dude. Just get a random Asian face on there. It'll be all right. Just slap it in. Jesus. Holy fuck, dude. God damn it. You know, I always knew the Democrats were still racist. I guess so, you know. Let's keep going here. Universal Pictures faces at least $70 million loss from the Cats movie. Look at this nightmare. Holy shit. It's almost like no one wanted this, you know? Nobody wanted this movie. It's almost like people were nothing but revolted at the sight of it. It looks so disgusting. Oh. Wait, that wasn't Gabbard either? I didn't even notice. Hold on. It's not even Gabbard. Oh my fucking god. Wow, CNBC just fucked up, eh? Just fucked up. It's not even Tulsi. Tulsi's not even on there because I guess fuck Tulsi. Fuck people who could, you know, fuck the candidates who could actually win against Trump, right? Like fuck Bernie, fuck Tulsi, and fuck who was the last one? The one that dropped out early that Trump was actually worried about. I forget her name. God damn it. Gillibrand. Those three could have beaten Trump. But they're not going to have those three win. They're going to have Biden win. And that's going to be it. Maybe Warren will be his Secretary of State or something, but it's not going to fucking happen. You know? Idiots. Anyway, this movie was a nightmare. Comcast Corp's Universal Pictures is bracing to lose at least $70 million after its critically panned movie Cats bombed over the holidays, according to a person close to the project. Cats has drawn $38.3 million globally, including $17.8 million in the US and Canada, and it cost about $100 million to make. Yeah, that is the definition of a complete fucking failure. No, see, you know, guys, I actually think that Bernie could beat Trump. It's possible. There's a chance there, unlike with Biden, who's just going to get completely fucking creamed. And I don't think it would be good. Like, I think that Trump's probably a better president than Bernie would be, but I think Trump could actually lose to him, but it's not going to happen. Yeah, Cats is premium grade nightmare fuel. Yeah, he really is. It really is. It's, oh god, like, these are the costumes. Maybe okay, hold on. Did furries even like this movie? Like I don't even know. I know that furries generally like stuff like this, but this might have been even too much. You know? Anyway, there's not much to this article. It's literally 200 words talking about how the movie tanked. So fuck it. It was a terrible movie. It'll be forgotten in the next 2 months or so. Sargon, you think Biden's a man over Trump? I don't. Biden's not even coherent when he's on the stage, man. Like there was that one point recently where like Biden didn't know what state he was in. He was like on a stage. He had to like have his aide to tell him, by the way, you're not in this state. You're in the other one. He's like, oh shit. No, I think Trump will run circles around Biden. Biden has institutional power behind him. That didn't work for Hillary, and it won't work for Biden. Let's keep going though. U.S. health officials to ban flavored e-cigs with some key exemptions. And the reason they're doing this is because kids are vaping nowadays, and so you got to go after it, I guess. Again, stupid. Debate me, says Sargon. Okay, we can figure it out, sure. We can do it after this if you like. But anyway, U.S. health officials will ban most flavored e-cigs, popular with underage teenagers, with major exceptions that benefit vaping manufacturers. Of course. The Trump administration announced Thursday that it will prohibit fruit, candy, mint, and dessert flavors from small cartridge-based e-cigs that are popular with high school students. But menthol and tobacco-flavored e-cigs will be allowed to remain on the market. Trump, okay, if there's actually something about Trump that I don't like, is that he seems to be a boomer in the sense of, violent video games cause violent crime. It's like, no, they don't. And we know that they don't. But he's definitely like a prohibitionist when it comes to things that the kids do. He's definitely a think of the children type of guy. And like, that's not for me at all. Like, yeah, it does. Like students shouldn't be vaping, obviously. But at the same time, there's no reason why adults can't enjoy fruit, candy, mint, or dessert flavored e-cigs. Why not? But they're being banned, so. Sargon and Dev debate on game boomers. The game of choice is Mortal Kombat 9. I don't know who's worse at that game, because I haven't played Mortal Kombat in like 15 years. Together, the two exemptions represent a significant retreat from the U.S. President Donald Trump's original plan announced 4 months ago, which would have banned all vaping flavors, including menthol, from all types of e-cigs. I don't know. I just don't agree, Like, why not let adults enjoy things just because kids can't enjoy them? Like, what's the expression? Is it like you can't ban steak just because a baby can't choose it? You can't ban steak just because a baby can't chew it. It's that kind of thing, right? And now, because this is, I guess, it's Global News, which is like our boomer news corporation here in Canada, they have to spend half the article describing what an e-cig is. So, whatever. Like, I don't even vape, Like, I don't smoke. I don't vape. I don't drink. I don't use any drugs at all. I have no vices in that category of things. But I still think you should be allowed to do it, I'm fine with making drugs legal in general. It's let adults do what they want. Okay. This is an advertisement from an online writing master. All right, and they'll PM you if you have like homework. If you like tweet about homework problems, they'll PM you. Hey cishet, you need help with your homework? I can gladly help at a small fee. Yeah? Is that how you want to start a business relationship? Hey, cishet. All right. Sure thing, dude. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, this article. This was CNN trying to justify staying in Iraq. Holy shit, dude. The U.S. operation in Iraq could come to an embarrassing end. Iran's power will only grow. Yeah? Is that we should just stay there then? This CNN and the left are now on the side of like, open, unending warfare, I guess? Is that where we are? Donald Trump hasn't pulled his troops out of Iraq, despite his pledge to end America's grinding wars. It turns out he may not have to. The US is facing the possibility of being kicked out, and that would be a big win for Iran. Officials in Iraq's parliament, where powerful blocs have unbreakable ties to Tehran, started a process to end the presence of foreign troops in the country, in a clear riposte to the US, after it killed top Iranian commander Qasem Soleimani in a drone strike in Baghdad 2 weeks ago. In the wake of the strike, joint US-Iraqi operations against ISIS were put on hold. And Iraq's caretaker prime minister said a US troop withdrawal was the only way to protect all those on Iraqi soil. Hold on a second, because I think I might have missed a super chat. Accidentally. No, I didn't, I guess. All right. They just wanted to make sure that no one got missed. But yeah, can't leave without feeling like you've won, dude. Yeah, basically, like, they're like, okay, you can't, we want you to pull out. And it's a bad thing that you haven't, but unless you, like, pull out Vietnam style, where you've, like, cut a deal so you can just retreat with honor, I guess. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, what if, hear me out. What if Iraq falls under the dominion of Iran? Who fucking cares? You know, like, as long as the Strait of Hormuz stays open, and as long as America keeps giving Iran a bloody nose whenever they act up, like, fuck it. It's Middle Eastern barbarism, guys. If they're not gonna, like, enforce any kind of goddamn civilized viewpoint on anything, let them gas each other, for fuck's sake. It's not, if it's not our place to be the world police, then shut the fuck up, pull out, and let them just fight. I missed your super chat. Okay, let me see. But basically, like, we had to discover universal human rights, and it seems like they have to discover it themselves. I don't see it here, man. I'm sorry. Nathan Brake, $5. Bernie only had the support of the stupid young and communists. He would put off the majority of the population. Yeah, maybe. It's possible, you know? Definitely possible. I'm not saying that, like, he's a shoo-in to win against Trump or anything. But I don't think Biden will be a problem. I think if Biden gets nominated, Trump wins automatically. Like, automatically. Let me open up the super chat window really quick so I can get your super chat, man. Let me do it real quick. Let's see if I can find it. Where is it? Monetization, I think. Supers. Here we go. Kenrick. Sorry, here it is. Dev, do you plan on doing a dump about the new Veritas stuff about Bernie? No. And I'll tell you why. I have a video that is about as long as that previous video in terms of links. It's a very big video. Probably going to be about an hour long. It's half written. And it's called The Collapse of the Democratic Party. And I think Trump's going to win. And that video will come out after Trump wins. And basically everything that's happened to fuck over Bernie in the past 4 years will be a giant part of that video. So I'm saving it for then. No, Joel, you do discover human rights. Like, a lot of political and philosophical invention are just that. They're inventions, you know? You have to figure things out. We take it for granted. I said this in a previous video. We take it for granted that we just have rights, or that we just think a certain way, but people didn't before. We had to figure it out. We had to, like, mull over it, you know? We had to do that for thousands of years. We had to discover certain philosophical concepts, you know? Anyway, a U.S. withdrawal could bring even more trouble. ISIS continues its attacks in the country, and without U.S. and other foreign troops, the group would have more room to resurge. Well, it sounds like maybe these countries should learn to stand on their own goddamn 2 feet. Like, if ISIS reestablishes itself and then starts attacking the West, it would be terrible, but, like, what are you supposed to do? You know? Can we babysit the entire Middle East forever? Like, they have to throw off their own governments, basically, and then we can help them. We can't just go in and impose. If they actually form, like, a solid Islamic state, and then they start, like, attacking Europe, then you have like a way to, like, engage in open warfare against them, and you should, you know, because you can't, like, just let them do that. But at the same time, you can't just police them forever either, you know. God damn it. Just keep Middle Eastern barbers in the Middle East. All right? You exchange your freedom for rights when you decide to come in from the wild and live in a society. Yeah, basically. We live in a society, guys. Yeah. It took like 30 million of us dying in a war for us to realize maybe we can't keep doing this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The ISIS fighters in Canada should be helicoptered out. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yep. And you know what? When I say pull out of the Middle East, I mean pull out entirely. Like, stop supporting Saudi Arabia, because fuck Saudi Arabia. All right? I don't care. Fuck them. Just leave. Let the Middle East just descend into chaos. Maybe they can figure it out themselves. Anyway, let's continue, because this entire article is literally just them simping and being like, "Oh, you're ending the U.S. wars in the Middle East? Oh, how dare you, Trump?" Shut up, CNN. Man who lost arms, legs, and nose after being licked by a dog, Jesus, said he won't give up his beloved pup. We just love her to death. Niotsu, thanks for the $2. I support a handgun for every civilian of Iraq. All right. If Islam already owns the 3 largest cities in the UK, then just fucking... You know what? The UK needs to actually grow a backbone again. Get your army, go through, throw them out, you know? Go goddamn street to street if you have to at this point. Like, there are some lines that cannot be crossed, and if they're crossed, you can't just, like, slap them on the wrist. You can't just equivocate about it. Go through and fucking purge them. I don't mean kill them. I mean send them back, all right? If you have to, like, send back a million Islamists from the UK, send them back. Have a spine about it, for fuck's sake. Anyway. Yeah, this guy... Let's move on from this topic. I don't want to dwell on it too much. Man who lost arms, legs, and nose after being licked by a dog said he won't give up his beloved pup. He looks like a Zizek, you know? Jesus. A year ago, Greg Mantefel experienced the unthinkable when he was forced to have his legs and hands amputated after he contracted a rare blood infection from a dog's lick. Holy shit. While his life has changed significantly since then, he also lost part of his face. Mantefel harbors no ill will toward his pit bull, even though she may have caused him to get sick. In fact, Mantefel reveals he loves her just the same. Jesus, dude. Jesus! The perils of dog ownership. God damn. Holy shit, dude. Ellie has even licked him again since his amputation, and he's been fine. Wow, dude. Like, I understand, like, it's not the dog's fault, obviously, right? Like, you know, shit happens. But, like, that's crazy. Damn. Doctors discovered Mantefel had contracted a blood infection caused by capnocytophagia, bacteria found in the mouths of dogs and cats. Crazy. Decided not to get Ellie tested for this. You probably should have got her tested, you idiot. The dog lover was also around a number of other dogs where he got sick. They meant the dog is lava caused the infection. We weren't going to get rid of her just because it was her that caused it anyway. Just love her to death. Yeah, maybe just don't let her lick you anymore, though. Like, Jesus. Right. Oh, is the problem that it was a pit bull? Like, there's many problems with pit bulls. I don't think this is one of them, guys. Pit bulls strike again. Jesus, dude. Holy fuck. The bacteria doesn't make animals sick, but it spreads to humans through saliva. It's extremely rare. Okay. It generally causes fevers, diarrhea, headaches, and vomiting, but in rare cases it causes to severe sepsis and fatal septic shock, and gangrene of the digits or extremities. So this guy just basically rolled like a critical fail, then. That's basically it. That's wild, dude. Holy shit. Poor bastard, man. Alright. Let's end off, eh? We've been going for an hour and a half. Let's finish this up. Star Trek Picard's Patrick Stewart on the United States. There is a time limit to your fucking state. Okay. I saw Picard. I liked it. Wasn't great. Wasn't amazing. I put it in very, like, I put it in the solid attempt camp, you know? Slightly above mediocre. That seems about right, Enjoyable, but not amazing. Certainly not Trek's best, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't, like, overly bombastic the way that Discovery tends to be, It was more character-focused. So, okay. So, worth watching, but let's actually see stream tonight. Do you want me to? Okay, I'll stream tonight. Yeah. Anyway, Star Trek Picard actor Patrick Stewart got political while promoting the upcoming Star Trek show in his stage adaptation of A Christmas Carol. During an interview with Variety, Stewart took aim at both the United States and the United Kingdom's leaders and President Donald Trump and Boris Johnson. He noted that Star Trek Picard is responding to the world of Brexit and Trump and feeling, why hasn't the Federation changed? Why hasn't Starfleet changed? Maybe they're not as reliable and trustworthy as we all thought. From there, he goes full bore into his political views. Commenting on both the UK and the United States, he questions, I'm not sure which one of us is the most trouble. He answers his own question. I think it's actually the UK. I think we're fucked, completely fucked. No, it's okay though, man. Like, it's still democratic. You're just leaving the EU. Don't worry about it. He then comments on the United States. There is a time limit to your fucking state, which is 4 years away. Now, when I read this, I wonder if, there is a time limit to your fucking state. Now, if you mean state as in your current position, your current, your the way you currently are, that kind of makes sense. If you mean state as in nation, there's a time limit to your state. It's like either he's hoping for the nation to break down or he's hoping for the nation to be absorbed into some kind of like multinational entity, which either way just seems to be ridiculous to me, He does express a hope that the United States can change, but believes Trump will likely get reelected. He probably will, The actor had something to say about his stage adaptation of A Christmas Carol. Stewart starred as Ebenezer Scrooge in a 1990 TV movie. However, the stage adaptation sees Stewart play 30 different characters. He originally performed the play 3 decades ago, and the 2-night performance will be the first one in 16 years. Okay, so he's also just playing... Wait, hold on. He changed it to be political. He changed the Christmas Carol to be political? Stewart describes the play as a profoundly angry attack on a society that treats marginalized people as some human. I guess he's reading class conflict into it. Which, to be fair, like, Dickens was all about class conflict, like real class conflict, the 1800s factory worker sweatshop class conflict that actually existed back then, so fair enough. Forget about Tiny Tim and all that stuff. It's a political document, but Tiny Tim was the guy who was, like, kind of abused by the system, wasn't he? All right. Anyway, there's not much to the article, as always, but basically, it saddens me that... It always saddens me when, like, an actor that you kind of look up to turns out to be a shit. And so many of them turned into little shits after 2016. So many of them, dude. That sucks. Yeah. And, however, in Picard, Star Trek Picard, he's actually more reasonable. Because it's not him, it's Picard, obviously, it's a character. But, like, they're in Picard, they're obviously doing a Brexit or a Trump thing, right? Because they're like, why did you advocate to help the Romulans when their son got destroyed? You wasted the Federation to save Romulan lives. And it's like, well, they're still people. You gotta help them. Okay, fair enough. And then he's like, the synths destroyed Mars, etc. And he's like, well, not all synths. They're obviously doing a storyline where the Federation has turned isolationist. And Picard is like a relic of an era where things weren't so isolationist, which is probably how he feels in real life, The world is turning more isolationist, truthfully. Now, that has positives and negatives. It's not just a universally negative thing. But these people view it as universally negative. So that's why Picard is exactly as it is, So, and at the same time, Star Trek's always done stuff like this. This is not like a different situation. Star Trek's always had political commentary, so I don't mind them doing it. If if the theme of the show is going to be the negative impact of too much isolationism, and they do it properly, that could be a good show because it's a worthy theme to explore. Of course, I don't trust them to explore it properly, but you can't, like, people who are like isolationists or they're protectionists, you know, in their political philosophy, you can't be blind to your own failings. You know, internationalism has bad points, and so does nationalism. You just gotta be understanding of that. You know, every political point of view has like a shortfall. Anyway, I think that's probably the end of things for today. I'm sorry about the sad posting at the start of the stream, guys. I was just not feeling good about anything. You know, I'm still kind of not. This stuff has taken the IRL stuff I talked about earlier has taken a toll, but I think long term it will be better for my channel if I handle it the way that I'm handling it. You know, move on, cut people out of my life who are basically toxic, even if they don't mean to be, and stop letting it avoid my work. Like, the reason a video didn't come out yesterday, even though I had one ready to go, was because I was just basically inundated with IRL drama. And I can't let that take over my attitude anymore. I can't afford it. You know? You know, I have to support myself. I have a girlfriend who needs me. I have friends who are a lot more positive and supporting than some others. I have an amazing group of people who are currently watching me. And basically, I can't let, you know, old ghosts ruin things anymore. Just can't. Even though I feel terrible about it. Anyway, that's enough sad posting for me. Thanks very much, guys. I really appreciate it. As always, you feel like supporting the channel, those are the methods on screen. $5 a month gets you into the $5 club. When you're in the $5 club, you can join up into the $5 club Discord. You can join up to you can join the Minecraft server, which is coming out in the next week or two, and you can be part of the Borderlands 2 game. You can come on stream with me. You can do a bunch of fun things when you're part of the $5 club. $100, you're in there for life. Every $100, you get to basically be part of a video if you want to join in. So that's the story. That's the situation. Thanks very much. Stay at home ghost wants to fucking be part of D&D for some reason. We'll figure it out, maybe. But anyway, that's the story. Thank you very much for supporting me. I really appreciate it. Might do a coronavirus video tomorrow or something. We'll figure it out. Oh, also, last thing. I stream on Twitch. That twitch.tv/gameboomers every night. I'm streaming tonight. Also, my stuff shows up on BitChute as well. We will all have to branch out away from YouTube, so hit up my BitChute, guys. BitChute.com/ArtFairOtaku. And whenever I upload a video or start a stream, I put it in my Discord. So pop into Discord, watch the announcement channels. I do a very friendly at everyone, so you all know what's going on. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. I really appreciate it. Gets me through some dark times. Hopefully I can get you through some dark times too. I'm going to take off. I'll see you guys tonight in about 6 hours over on Twitch. We're playing a Warhammer game. We're playing Space Marine on PC? I think we're playing Space Marine. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Thank you very much for everything. I love you.